And so I've been involved peripherally with an organization in Arizona State University doing some work on soft law that works, because the sort of general accepted wisdom is that self-regulation doesn't work. And yet, obviously companies are, saying, we can be trusted with this. Look, we have the, AI for good. Don't worry, we've got it sorted. And yet history shows that that's not necessarily the case, partly from the incentives and the disincentives to do that. So, what is okay for soft law and what needs to be hard regulated? And particularly importantly, how can you enforce regulation? I was happening to see the Modern Slavery Act in the UK, which has been trumpeted as a marvelous thing. And all organizations have to do is have to write once a year what they're doing to combat slavery. They don't have to actually combat any slavery. And they're not judged on it. And then they don't even have to, they're not even evaluated on it. So, that to me is some sort of knee-jerk law in response to a societal problem that is not fit for purpose. That is not trustworthy governance. I was just a bit horrified with that, because I somehow thought it worked, that, and that Modern Slavery Act was a really good thing. But it's almost worse than having no governance at all. But in that area, some of the modern slavery NGO initiatives are affecting change. So you can see in that area, which is perhaps a little bit more evolved, that some things, alongside hard law and soft law is what will work. But I think also, if we see companies still doing the same things, if we don't see this soft law actually working, then, societal trust is not going to follow. And in fact, one of the things we sort of see, and I haven't got stats particularly, but when the governance of the financial sector, for example, didn't work in the financial crash, and those were not penalized, and they're still there taking their six-figure salaries, or their seven-figure salaries, and nobody's been punished, this undermines trust in the whole system of governance, the whole system of regulation. Because the big cheeses, as usual, nothing happens to them. And this is what is happening with AI, in that, they're finding it difficult, genuinely difficult, because AI can cross 7 different, regulatory agencies. It's not an easy thing. But it's actually undermining our trust in all sorts of governance.